right, let's see what's going on here. That's a day 6 for me on this one. It says, I can't go over how cute this chick is. Dang, she's cute. Anyways, so let's see. Malware analysis executable. Let's see what they talking about.
The town of Wereville remains quiet in the middle of the night.
While the residents
of Wereville are nicely tucked up in bed, blissfully unaware, the SOC team at the best festival company, TBFC, remain alert, poised and ready for whoever may face them. Monitoring their screens, armed with a freshly poured mug of hot cocoa, the elves of the SOC watch their dashboards diligently. Suddenly, the elves receive an email in unison from Elf and Claus, head of Elf Affairs, in their inboxes. It reads,
Head of Elf Affairs. It reads, from Elf McCall, a new schedule awaits. Attachments hophelper.exe. I'm good like that. That's how I just know it. I fucking got the camera that you didn't know about installed in your room, so I can see it. To all elves going forward, we will be using a new program for creating and viewing team rotas. What the fuck is a rota? What is... Dude, look how fucking... I can't get over how cute this chick is.
Alright, so if we look at the...
Like, damn.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Advent of Cypher 2025 Day 6.
Like, damn, dude. Like, fuck, she's pretty, you know? Anyways. If she was my teacher, I'd go to school every day.
I'm so glad you guys made it here with me today to do this really cool room about Windows malware.
And she works for Microsoft, and she's fine. I know how she got that job.
Analysis, which is an insanely fun topic.
Anyways, I can't. I get lost in her eyes and shit. What is Team Rotas? No, what is Rotas? What is Rotas? It's gotta be like some fucking Rota. A list showing when each of a number whatever. Team Rotas. This new program will fuck it. I'm not reading this shit.
This new program will revolutionize how rotas are made here at the best festival company. Please contact my IT support if you have issues running the program. Kind regards. Remain the best. Elf and Claus, head of Elf Affairs. Why is Elf and Claus working at 3 a.m.? Screams a member of the SOC team in the background. They're right. Something is amiss. Elf and Blue is immediately suspicious. Their years of experience in the SOC have...
What's having a stroke? Her? Or me? Because of her? Yeah, she...
So happy to be a part of it with you guys today. So without further ado, let's get into the room. Alright, so
I'm pretty sure I made a comment saying something like how pretty she was. What did I say? I pay attention in school. My teacher looked like this. That's what I said. It's got a like from her too. Anyway.
Elf and Blue is immediately suspicious. Their years of experience in the SOC have given them the wisdom not to download out of the Blue executables. Without Skitty's wisdom, Elf and Blue takes charge, loading up their malware investigation toolkit. The investigation begins. Learning objectives. Today's room will have you taking the place of Elf and Blue, a highly talented member of the best festival.
I took my cat to the vet today. It was only $57. That's all it costs, just for antibiotics and shit. But man, is it hard to give it to her? She don't want it. Every time I give her antibiotics, she almost pukes. And I'm like, man, don't puke. That shit's expensive. Don't puke that up.
Festival Company's Malware Investigation Squad. You have been tasked with investigating a highly suspicious executable that is being shared within the company. In today's room, we will be covering the following: the principles of malware analysis and introduction to sandboxes, static versus dynamic analysis tools of the trade, PayStudio, Procmon, RegShot.
I forgot about RegShot. Yeah, Procmon. I kind of got to blow my nose a little bit. Here, Toothless, hang on, baby. I got to blow my nose. Toothless. Meow. Principles of malware analysis.
Principles of malware analysis. Malware analysis is the process of examining a malicious file to understand its functionality, operation, and methods for defense against it. By analyzing a malicious file or application, we can see exactly how it operates, and therefore, know how to prevent it. For example, could the malicious file communicate with an attacker's server? We can block that server. Could the malicious file leave traces on the machine? We can use these to determine if the malware has ever infected another device. Instead of fearing malware, we can take a proactive approach by translating technical findings into practical defensive measures and understanding how the malware fits into an attacker's techniques. There are two main branches of malware analysis: static and dynamic.
Yep.
Static analysis focuses on inspecting a file without executing it, whereas dynamic analysis involves execution. We will come to these shortly. Sandboxes and cybersecurity. Sandboxes are used to execute potentially dangerous code. Think of this as disposable digital playpens. These sandboxes are safe, isolated environments where potentially malicious applications can perform their actions without risking sensitive data or impacting.
I still, because a lot of times malware can tell if it's being sandboxed, and they've been known to actually exit the sandbox. So I always want, if I want to run malware, it's on a laptop that I don't give a fuck about. No, I don't run in VMs or nothing.
Another system. The use of sandboxes is part of the golden rule in malware analysis. Never run dangerous applications on devices you care about.
Yup.
Most of the time, sandboxes present themselves as virtual machines. Virtual machines are a popular choice for sandboxing because you can control how the system operates and benefit from features such as snapshotting, which allows you to create and restore the machine to various stages of its status. To reiterate, it is imperative to understand that potentially malicious code and applications should only be run in a safe, isolated environment. From now on, this room will refer to malicious code and applications as samples. With these fundamentals covered, let's move on to the practical section of today's room. The following will demonstrate a sample. You must apply these techniques to the hophelper.exe file presented to you within the hophelper folder on the desktop of the practical VM.
Let's run it. Fuck it, let's run it. I ran it. Everything's encrypted now. Oh, it's not. Huh. So let's see what it does. So it looks like all I did was just change all my fucking.
Interactive static analysis. As we alluded to previously in this room, we use static analysis to gather information about a sample without executing it and digging deep. Static analysis can be a quick and effective way to understand how the sample may operate, as well as how it can be identified. Some of the information that can be gathered from static analysis has been included in the table below. Information explanation example checksums. These checksums are used within cybersecurity to track and catalog files and executables. For example, you can Google the checksum to see if this has been identified before. A93.
Don't fucking say it. Strings.
Strings are sequences of readable characters within an executable. This could be, for example, IP addresses, URLs, commands, or even imports. Imports are a list of libraries and functions that the application depends upon. For example,
Oh, I need to give them a 5-star hand. I don't think there's even one star.
Imports are a list of libraries and functions that the application depends upon. For example, rather than building everything from scratch, applications will use operating system functions and libraries to interact with the OS. These are useful, especially in Windows, as they allow you to see how the application interacts with the system. Create file. This library is used to create a file on a Windows system. Resources contain data such as the icon that is displayed to the user. This is useful to examine, especially since malware might use a Word document icon to trick the user. Additionally, malware itself has been known to hide in this section. NA.
Got a little mat right there, baby. There, we fixed that mat. I already ran it. Damn it.
However, it's important to note that regardless of how a sample may appear or function, we don't truly know until it's executed. Attackers use techniques such as obfuscation to obscure how the sample appears, primarily to evade antiviruses but also to evade a curious analyst. Demonstrating PayStudio. This section of the room will demonstrate using PayStudio on an example called downloader.exe. Please note that the information you see will be from this demonstration sample. The sample you will be analyzing will be different, but the techniques will still apply. Please note, it is imperative that you do not launch the hophelper.exe executable yet.
Yeah, I fucking already did that, so I have to restart it. Yeah, wait for it to load again. He's like fucked up. Stupid. Launch P Studio. Boom. See, I already did that, but I fucked it up. Let me give me the SHA-256 of it. Jesus Christ. Anyways. Alright, let's go back to it. You know, I'm just jumping ahead and shit.
First, we will launch PayStudio and load the executable into it. The shortcut for this has been placed on the desktop of your analyst machine. You can drag and drop the executable into the PayStudio window, or load it by selecting File, greater than Open File from the toolbar. PayStudio will display some information about the executable.
I fucking wasn't even doing a lesson. I just looked at the questions and started answering them. And I was like, oh wait, I should probably do a lesson. Instead of just, because I skipped all this. And started just answering the questions. Well, I know, look at all this. I was like, fuck, I don't want to read all this. And I was answering the questions. There's only 2 more questions. So like, fuck, well, I don't want to finish it that fast. I'm sure because I'm sure there's something I don't know. You know? Oh, fuck. I'm tired too. I'm like, fuck, I don't even want to do this. It's only 8:30. 9:30. Is it 9:30 for you? 8:30 for me. Anyways. Yeah, I got my cat. I took my cat to the vet. I don't know, I be eating too much, man. I be fucking eating way too much lately. That's all I do is shit. And fart and shit. And for some reason, every time I see a cute girl, that's when the gas hits. Like today was a cute girl. I was like, I just wanted to holler at her and fucking, I just, boom, out of nowhere, I got nasty gas. Like, fuck, man. It might be a mixture of nerves or something. I just made hamburger helper. That's all I fucking made. Alright, let's do this lesson.
For us, at this stage, the file greater than SHA-250.
I took my cat to the vet. It was only $57. That's all it cost to get her antibiotics. I guess that's all she needed.
P6 properties in the table is of interest. This value is a checksum, which is a unique identifier for the executable. We can
file SHA-256. What do you mean file SHA-256? What the fuck are you talking about? File. Where the fuck are you seeing file SHA-256 at? What the fuck are you talking about? I know here the SHA-256 are. Oh, okay, that's what you're talking about. Under the indicators, you motherfucker. Now proceed to do this on the sample hump. To answer question 1. As a reminder, a hot paper sample can be found on blah blah blah. Next, we'll proceed reviewing the strings executable. Yeah, I already did that. Oh, damn, that's crazy how I knew what it wanted me to do. Paint a piece of strings. Yeah, I already did that. And it's on the very bottom. And there's the string. The string of the strings I was looking for.
In the context of malware analysis, strings are sequences of readable characters present within an executable. This could be, for example, IP addresses, URLs, commands, or even passwords. As a malware analyst, it's great to have a look at these, as these could reveal the attacker's command infrastructure.
It does have a bunch of shit. There's a bunch of filler shit. That's a bunch of shit just to make it a bigger file. Look at that. That's all that is. Look, that's just to make the file bigger. That's why I just realized. So it don't look like it's bullshit. It's still bullshit. 148 kilobytes. It's nothing. Look at that filler. All that filler. Yeah, that's all filler, and then all the commands are at the bottom. I just realized that. Because if not, it'd just be like a 2 kilobyte file. Look at that. That's all that is. It's just filler. That's just bullshit. And there's the commands hiding. Trying to find directories and shit. Ooh, there's the commands right there under PowerShell commands. Look at it. Man, these are PowerShell commands. It's fucking, ooh, shit. Look at what it's doing. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Create thread, pull work. That means it's communicating with something, I think. Huh. Sorry, cat. My balls are itchy. Base content stripper. Maybe I should listen to this chick. Maybe she'll explain a lot more.
Look at this group. Look at the principles of malware. You can find component. You can find you notice we can't get or in 256 the C file or as an out copy. It's so addictive. Just look through it. It's fun to look through it. Okay, and then here are the imports we talked about earlier. So these are the different libraries that are imported. Actually, fun fact. Over here, when you see the X's, that means they're like blacklisted as being things that other malware uses. So that doesn't necessarily mean they're bad. It doesn't necessarily use malware, but it makes it more likely.
Oh, damn, baby.
Because, lots of normal things we users do. Okay, let's see. It looks like, let me scroll down. Okay, so here's a section called strings. And wow, we have 4,194 strings in this file.
God damn, she's fine.
Binary. So let's see what strings we have here. First string.
A bunch of filler.
This program cannot be run. Okay, so this string over here, this program cannot be run.
So that's command.
Mode. That would be just the string that is at the beginning of basically every Windows executable. And then you can scroll down.
No, that's just the VM. Because my VM says 3 a.m. too. That's just the fucking VM. Which is what the VM says. It was really 8, but so it was probably like 11 for her or something. Yeah, because this website's based in like Europe or some shit.
Let's see, there's like so much text here. So looking over here, it looks like we can find the flag towards the bottom of the string's output. So I'm going to go to the bottom because I'm always in favor of finding flag as quickly as possible. So if I scroll down, and what do I see over here? It looks like we have a flag. Amazing! We got our second flag already. So I'm going to right click this and click copy value. And I'll copy it into my clipboard. Go back over here and just paste it right in. Check. Yay! We're doing static analysis just like that. Alright. Next up, we have dynamic analysis, which is also
so she's not really explaining shit. So she's doing the same shit I'm fucking doing.
fun.
But she's fine though.
My personal favorite. And it looks like we're going to be looking at what registry values has the exe modified for persistence. And we're also going to find out what network protocols using database. So it's super fun. So let's look back up here.
It's a simp if she just pretty and she ain't got no talent. She's pretty and she's smart. And she's pretty.
Looks like we're going to be using RedShot for this. So RedShot, very widely used, especially for malware. So how this works is it creates 2 snapshots of the registry. So I'm going to show you guys right now how we create the first snapshot. So if I go over to the RedShot, X-xecutable icon right here, I'm going to click it to open it. I'm going to click yes. And then I'm just going to load in. oh, no, I'm not gonna load in anything. I'm gonna click an output directory for the desktop. Yeah, so desktop, okay.
What she talking about? What she talking about, baby? Whatever you say, girl.
Okay. And then that's basically all we have to do right now. And I'm just gonna click first shot. And then I'm gonna click shot right here. And I'm gonna leave the
Of what? First shot of what? Just the VM?
logs format as plain text right now, but you could also change the HTML if you want to. But anyway, so all I do now is just change the output to the desktop, and then I'm clicking first shot, and I'm clicking shot. Okay, so what this is doing right now, what this is doing is going to the Windows registry, and the Windows registry is basically this huge database of Windows settings. It has a ton of different settings for the system, for like a user, and it has like settings for like what your wallpaper is, and stuff like that. It's the settings for like all different applications. This huge, gigantic database of settings. So malware will usually go and change your settings. A common thing with persistence that it will do is it will change, or it will add a run key into the registry. And whenever you add a run key, then that will make it so that.
Alright, super. Huh. Come here, Toothless. Oh. What's up, Yusufai Shah? Yeah. This girl kind of cute. Man, I can't give her how cute she is. Reg shot, blah, 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 blah. Huh. I'm in Missouri, in America. Malware aims to establish persistence, meaning as soon as it runs, devices will blah, blah, blah. Contending for malware is to add a run key into the registry, which is frankly you. Is it done? Did it run the shot? Okay. So before executing a malicious sample, hop helper, let's create a snapshot of our registry as it currently is so we can compare the difference once the sample has been executed. Let's load a reg shot and create a capture. Well, I already did that. Now we have taken a snapshot of the registry. You should proceed with executing the hop helper sample. You ain't gotta tell me twice. Oh, I did. It really seemed like it did much other than change my shit. And then taking our snapshot. We will then compare the difference. For you, this is the hot helper executable. I don't know where it's at. Alright, ran the malware. I'm not teaching it. Hell no, I'm learning it. Alright, so I ran the malware and now I'm gonna pull the second snapshot. Let's see what it changed in my registry. Is what we're gonna see. Blah, blah, blah. Once we have executed our sample, let's return the reg shot and capture a second snapshot. Using the same procedure as above, click on the second shot button and press shot. Huh? I already did that. Oh, click compare. Okay. After we run it, we shall not capture registry again, and output the differences to a file. And then compare. I guess when I do compare, it should pull it to my desktop. And now, after a few seconds, let's press the compare button that appears. We can search for the executable within the log that opens up. Compare. Okay, now process monitor. Okay, we're gonna use process monitor to check the logs. Yeah, I'm not reading that.
Next, we will explore using Process Monitor from the internal suite to investigate today's sample. Process Monitor is used to monitor and investigate how processes are interacting with the Windows operating system. It is a
First, let's see all what it did real quick. So it added different keys, added some values. What values? What did it add? Virtual desktop. Okay, so it added some ways. It changed a bunch of my shit. It added new values in the hard drive. It ran PowerShell. Looks like it added some, so PowerShell is constantly running or something. Huh. It changed. It changed my fucking, a lot of my thumbnails. Is the file, is it on the desktop? It is on the desktop. Okay. Anyways.
Next, we will explore using Process Monitor from the internal suite to investigate today's sample. Process Monitor is used to monitor and investigate.
Wait, I feel like I'm missing a question. What registry value has the hop helper modified for persistence? Provide the full path with the key that has been modified. What registry modified for persistence? What's the hint? You can search the hop helper in school. Let's see what registry value from the run registry key. Who knows? For persistence, let's see. So here's a. I feel like I must guess it's that one. Let's see. Yeah, okay. How's that add persistence? Filter out the output for procmon for TCP operations. What network protocol is hop helper using? Okay.
Next, we will explore using Process Monitor from the internal suite to investigate today's sample. Process Monitor is used to monitor and investigate how processes are interacting with the Windows operating system. It is a powerful tool that allows us to see exactly what a process is doing. For example, reading and writing registry keys, searching for files, or creating network connections.
All right.
Open Process Monitor. Procmon, the shortcut for this, has been placed on the desktop of the analyst machine. Process Monitor will automatically start capturing events of various processes on the system.
Okay. Well, we're gonna run it again. She is purring. Now execute the hop helper again. Return a process monitor. See how it interacts with operator. You will see a lot of information. Don't worry, we will come to how to filter this shortly later. After allowing a minute to pass, ensuring the sample is fully executed, we now start capturing. To stop capturing, we click the play button. Huh. As you can see, there's a lot of information to scroll through here with the most recent events at the bottom. God, it's still grabbing shit, evidently. Was it still grabbing shit? Alright, that's bad. What the fuck is that? Let's apply some filters. After all, for this information, we only care about downloader. Downloader exe. What the fuck are you talking about? New window will open.
Here we can create some filters to remove some of the noise that we don't care about. Because we want to only look at this downloader.exe sample for this demonstration, we can apply a filter like so. Apply the process name filter set the condition to is put in the name of the process we wish to see within the text area. Press the add button to apply this filter and finally click OK to save.
It's hot helper is what I'm talking about. Once done, return to the main process monitor window. We got already see the filter has worked. Yes, I can see that. Reg open key. Create file. TCP connect. TCP receive. Okay, well, let's filter some more. By operation, okay. Ow! Contains. We will now see all operations that include TCP. Remember, you can remove the filter as you previously applied by pressing the filter. Or alternatively, if you wish to start over, you can simply press the reset filter. Woof, well done. This concludes the information for today's room. Remember, you will need to apply what you learned on the hot helper. Okay. Filter out the TCP. What network protocol was hot helper using to communicate? What? Okay. What do you mean? What network protocol? Let's see. HTTP. Can you find the web panel that Hopper exe is communicating with? I don't know. This is when I'm gonna listen to the chick.
Well, big, and then this over here on the right hand side is the value. So each of all these are in the format path on the left side, colon, and then value on the right hand side. So I'm going to click find next. I'll do another one over here. That's kind of interesting. And then let's see, what else we got? Here's another one down here. Ooh, okay, look at this one. This one's interesting. Look at this. So what do we see here? We see a run. This is a run key. Okay, so what this would be doing here is just adding a run key, right? And this is the full path to the run key right here.
Yeah.
On the left side, there's a colon, and then there's a value. And the value of this is just the path to the hop helper.exe file. So what this is doing is it's putting this entry into it's putting this run key into the registry, and it's making it so it's going to run this hop.exe file every time there's a video it's adding a run key. Alright, well, we can't let that happen, you know. Even though that's cool. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to go enter it over here, because that would be the whole path to do has been modified. For persistence specifically. There are lots of other things that were modified. This is the one that's specifically modified for please for troubleshooting. Start, crack on, yes, allow, run it up here, which okay, by specific, just add these and find them in more detail. But anyway, what we're going to do here is we're going to go to the output for TCP operation. Operation. That is not actually what we want here. Okay. Alright, there we go. That's much better. Okay. So now it has this nice little down version of whatever hophelper.exe called anything called any operations that have the word TCP in them. And TCP is Transmission Control Protocol. And that's where a lot of like most stuff on the internet that runs over TCP. If it's like any sort of like website that's usually going to use TCP, a lot of stuff.
She's fine. Yeah, so pretty.
So, what was the question again? It said, what network protocol is hophelper.exe using to communicate? Let's see.
HTTP.
So it looks like right here, if we look at path and we kind of expand this, I can expand it, I can also double click it, and then look at the specifics right here. Okay, so it looks like we have breach blocker sandbox port 49897, and it's going to breach blocker sandbox HTTP. Okay, well, HTTP is a protocol. That's a hypertext transfer protocol. We know that one. That's so common. That'll be on port 80. And so let's go ahead and enter HTTP as the answer for the protocol. So HTTP. Check. And yay, we got the correct answer. Awesome. Okay, should we do the bonus one? Let's do the bonus one. So bonus. Can you find the web panel that hophelper.exe is communicating with? Let me go back to this page. So, breach blocker sandbox, right? So the sandbox is reaching out to port 498, it's reaching out from port 49897 to breacher blocker-sandbox HTTP. So it looks like we should just be able to go to this website then, right? Let's see. Let me just copy this and then open the browser in here. And let's see if we can go to the breach blocker-sandbox and it will be an HTTP website.
Well, let's see. .com.
Alright, so we got Chrome open, and then let's go ahead and paste this in here. And then it's HTTP protocol. So I'm gonna put a protocol at the beginning right here. HTTP : and then the breach blocker-sandbox. So I'm gonna hit enter. Fingers crossed, and yes.
No
look
way.
At that. We found this website right here. So that must be the web panel that the hophelper.exe is communicating to.
No way. She's smart, dude. She is smart. That's pretty cool. I was wondering what they meant by that.
But anyway, I'll let you guys look through that. Make sure to poke around in the executable, learn some more stuff about PE Studio, Procmon, and Sysinternal Suite, and Regshot, and all that cool stuff. Because it looks like that will be our last one. And then, yay!
You're so
yay! So if you enjoyed today's room, it looks like we have two other rooms too that you guys can do.
That's cool. Anyways, that was pretty interesting. I like that. That was pretty cool. It was easy. But it walked you through it, you know? It walked you through it. Now, I better get more than one ticket. Give me more than one ticket. Give me more. Why does it just give me one ticket at a time? It just always gives me one ticket. Toothless, you are so cute. It just gives me one ticket, man. Why can't I ever get more than one? You know? Day 304. Oh, man. Still in the top 2%. It's on one day 304. Pretty cool. It wants me to complete 8 rooms this week. Jesus. Anyways, so that was pretty cool for that. I guess tomorrow we'll do the network discovery. I keep adding so many, I can't do them all. So tomorrow we'll do network discovery. That'd be kind of interesting. So yeah, I guess that's what we'll do tomorrow. All right, guys. Well, I might hop on some Battlefield or something. So I'll probably hop on some Battlefield in a second. See you.